Hello, hi, my name is Hudson Lee, and today we're going to be doing a podcast. This is my guest, my dad.
Cody Lee, aka Dad.
Yes, Cody Lee, as you guys would call him. And our podcast today is going to be over abortion and the feminism movement, which have been very big in the news lately.
Absolutely.
So we're going to start off with abortion. So,
Okay.
As you know, Alabama passed their abortion law.
Yes.
What is your view, and how do you feel about that?
Well, the Alabama abortion law is a little unique in that not only did they ban abortion, no matter how you feel on that topic, they also criminalized it for the woman.
Yeah.
Meaning there are strict penalties for the woman. And my view is, even though I am a strong pro-life person, I don't think penalizing the woman is proper.
I agree.
And there were many pro-lifers that actually voted against the Alabama bill because of that penalization or criminal penalty for the woman. And the abortion argument, if you know the history on it, on Roe v. Wade, it was done in 1972, and our science has changed dramatically since 1972. So in 1972, when the Supreme Court looked at this, they saw what was a blob of cells inside the womb. They had no sonogram, they had no heartbeat, they had none of the scientific evidence that we have now. They pretty much, if you were even prenatal back then, or preemie, you didn't make it because the technology wasn't there. So now we have scientific data that the baby is a baby in the womb and can survive after. Yet we have some people that are extreme on the issue and say that the woman's choice is even after birth. And that was in some of the more recent legislation that failed, thankfully, but that they could still have a choice even after the baby was born alive.
Yeah, I agree. Even if you are considering abortion or you don't think you can support the baby, there's always a family out there. I would be happy to take a kid.
Absolutely.
So, just a lot of these people are just thinking about, oh, it's my choice. But, some people just need to think bigger. Because there are a lot of people out there that need a child or would like a child.
And adoption is very expensive.
Yes.
If you want to adopt a baby, we're talking it would be cheaper to buy a very nice sports car than to try to adopt a baby. Yet we have women that are doing abortions and they're saying that it's their choice, which might be true from their opinion, but what about the baby? Who's there for his choice or her choice?
Yeah.
The baby doesn't get a choice in the matter.
They can't speak. They have no voice.
And if we believe in our Constitution that we all have the right of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, then we should all, if we are viable, have a choice, right?
I don't know. Just in my opinion, personally, I hear a lot of people complaining this is unconstitutional, but if you look back, just a few months ago, gun laws and gun rights, also constitutional right, but you don't have this big thing that's surrounding it like abortion, even though it's not the same topic, but it's over your constitutional rights.
I agree with that as far as the constitutional rights.
Yeah.
The gun topic, though, like the abortion topic, has two extremes.
Yes, I agree with that.
And like the abortion topic, you have people that, in my humble opinion, are crazy, or they've jumped the shark, and they're arguing for the choice to be there even after the baby's delivered and viable, which is no choice, it's murder.
There's always going to be radical people.
And likewise, there are people for guns rights that want to, have armor-piercing M60 automatics.
Open carry a RPG, which is insane.
Exactly. So there's some reasonableness here. The one interesting difference between those two in an argument is when you look at the way the Constitution is written with regard to guns, it says to right to bear arms, and also the right for a well-regulated militia.
Mm.
And the intenders founded that right not for the government, but for the people against the government to have a well-regulated militia in case of tyranny, because they came from tyranny and they know that governments all go that way over time.
Eventually, yeah. So we're going to move on to our next topic,
Yes.
which is over feminism, which is, I know we're not women, but we can
Right.
still talk about it from our point of view as men, what we see.
Absolutely.
So,
That's why it's a blog.
Yeah, you know, gotta say it from every point. So recently, because of the abortion thing, a lot of women have been saying, you know, it's not fair as a woman to abort this baby. It's not. It's my body, my choice, as you've heard. So, what is your opinion on that slogan?
Well, obviously it ignores the science and the facts and a lot of that, but the feminism as a whole historically came out of the suffrage and the women's not right to vote, and they had legitimate grievances. And they got the right to vote, then they got the Equal Pay Amendment. So when they tell you that there's a pay gap, which is part of the feminism mantra, when you actually look it up statistically and you do the math on it, it is a false fact. Because A, you can be prosecuted right now if you have a man and a woman in the exact same job doing the same duties and the woman is paid less, or the man is paid more, for that matter. Either way, it's against the law. Equal pay is the law of the land. Second, the gender gap analysis that they always say, whether we want equal pay, does not take into account the choice of occupations and that type of thing. So if you're comparing a school teacher that doesn't work during the summer and her pay against a male that works year-round, then there will be a gap.
Exactly. I agree
Right.
with that. Yeah. There's also, you know, with the whole abortion thing going around, sorry, hold on, lost my train of thought. With, I forgot what I was gonna say. Okay, I'll cut that part out. Hold on.
Pause it.
No, that's okay. I'll just edit it out.
Okay.
Okay. So also with the whole feminism thing, I agree with you. Women say that they're not being given a lot of rights, but personally, I do believe in feminism. I just don't believe in radical feminism, which is a completely different thing. I believe that men and women should be equal, and I don't think that should be it. I don't think we should go any further.
Right. Well, equal is a strange concept when you think about it logically. Because when you ask that I want to be equal, in the strictest sense of that, you can become a communist country because everyone is equal at the lowest denominator. So what you want is you want fairness.
I agree. Yeah.
And you want the person to be, for our economy and for everything to work, you want the people to be used to the highest level they have. So for instance, when you talk about equality, there may be some jobs that, because of the way we are designed, men versus women, that there is some better mechanics of the body. You don't necessarily want a 5'2", 100-pound Marine jumping out of a parachute and going into foreign lands. And then we also know what happens to women in combat areas. So there's certain things that are male related, and there's certain things that women are better at. I don't multitask very well. My wife multitasks great, right? She does a whole lot better at those jobs.
I agree. Personally, I think if that's what you want to do, I think you should do it. I'm just saying, I believe in equality. You know, some things that you are right, some things men are better at, some things women are better at. But I just believe, you know, if that's their dream, I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah, but we just have to be careful. You used the word dream. We have to be careful that we're not sucked in by words of promises, of dreams, of equality, when in disguise. No one ever through history chose to be communists. They didn't choose to be under a dictatorship. It all started out with promises. Oh, free health care, free this. And then slowly you're in the water and boiling before you know it. And you don't have any rights. You have equality, but you have no rights and no potential.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. This has been the Boys, the name of the podcast. And, you know, next week we might talk about something else. Or we might continue on the topic and see if anything's changed.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, see you guys later.
Hasta la vista.
Having a good day.